Welcome dear students. Today we are going to learn about the poem My Mother at 66, which has been composed by Kamala Das. Kamala Das was a famous Indian poet, a short story writer and an eminent and most prolific novelist. She was born in 1934 in Malabar, Kerala and left this world forever in May 2009. Her works are full of originality and versatility. There is an indigenous flavor of Indian soil in her works. Her works are connected to the relationship of human beings and the social issues of Indian societies. Most of her works have been published under the pen name Madhvi Kutti. And let me tell you, this was her actual name. Later, she changed her name from Madhvi Kutti to Kamala Das. In the present poem, she has tried to depict the complex subtleties of human relationships. That is, how human beings, that is old ones as well as their offsprings, are deeply connected to each other. This is a poignant collection and an account of Kamala Das' relationship with her old-aged mother who was about to die. This poem tells us how we are connected to our ancestors or old-aged parents. What is our responsibility towards them when they grow old? As a human being and as young ones, it is our liability, responsibility and duty to look after them from every aspect of life. This is the story about Kamala Das when she went to meet her parents, and when she was going back after meeting her parents, a thought process was going on in her mind, seeing her mother who was quite old and there was no certainty whether she would remain alive for the next time when Kamala Das would return from her home or not. So let us go ahead with the poem, and this is a nostalgic account also. Means Kamala Das recollects her childhood memories, how she used to stay with her mother when she was young, how she would get scary when her mother would leave her alone at home, and now her fear is going to convert in melancholy. Okay, melancholy means a pain which never ends, that is endless pain. Chir samik dukh. Why? Because this time her mother will leave her alone forever. So let us read the poem. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Dear students, never chase the meaning of a line from its beginning till end, because sometimes a line in a stanza runs on to the next line. Okay, unless you find a comma, or full stop, you can never find the meaning or sense of the wording of a poem. Okay, so we have to read it from here. This is known as enjambment. Okay, this is known as enjambment, means run on line. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Means the poet is going to her home back after meeting her parents at their home, and she is heading towards Cochin airport. She is going in a car and her mother is accompanying her to see her off at the airport. एयरपोर्ट पे छोड़ने के लिए उनकी मदर उनके साथ बैठी हुई है कार में और वो कोचिन एयरपोर्ट की तरफ जा रहे हैं बिकॉज कमला दास को अपने घर पे जाना है और उनकी मीटिंग अपने पेरेंट्स से हो चुकी है. डोज ओपन माउथ, हर फेस एसन लाइक दैट ऑफ ए कॉप्स and realized with pain that she thought away and looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at Young. So, doze open mouth. Doze means half sleep. Half sleep. Open mouthed. Her face was open, that is, her mouth was open. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Ashen means greyish color, a dull color prevailing on the face of an old man. She was looking like a corpse. Corpse means dead body. Means Kamala Das' mother was in half sleep while traveling from home to the Cochin airport. Her mouth was open and a grayness or paleness or a lack of complexion was prevalent on her mother's face, which was indicative of her mother's approaching death, because she was looking like a corpse, she was looking like a dead body. There was no life, no energy, no vitality on her face, and this was a matter of concern, worry, and anxiousness for the poet. She was quite pained. Here, a figure of speech has been employed, that is, ashen like that of a corpse. Like word का use किया है, so it is simile. It is simile here. So the poet was quite pained. She was heartbroken, and she was quite sad to see her mother, which that looked like a dead body. She thought away and looked out, but soon. And she was in a pensive mood, full of agony and dismal heart. She was full of sadness. So, to get rid of that pain, she wanted to get rid of that pain, that is, she wanted to overcome that pain, and in order to overcome that pain, she looked out of the car window immediately, and there was something scintillating, exciting. So, dear students, the poet has drawn a comparison here. She has created a contrasting situation between the two lives. That is, on the one hand, poet's mother was looking like a dead body. There was no charm on her face. The complexion was absent from her face, and there was no sign of energy, life, or vitality in her body. But on the other hand, at the same time, the life which was existing in the outer world, which the poet could witness through her car window, that was full of vitality, energy, and happiness. Why? Because the young trees, small trees, they were sprouting and sprinting, they were running along the road as they appeared in the car. They appeared as if they were running with the speed of the car along the road, and the children who were full of enjoyment and merriment, they were running and jumping out of their homes. They were enjoying their life, and they were appearing full of energy and vitality. So there is a comparison between the two lives, that is of the mother and the trees and the life of the children. Also at the same time, the young trees sprinting and the merry children spilling are reminiscent, are the factors which are memorizing about the poet's mother's youth days. Okay, जब वो यंग थी तो उस समय पोइट की मदर ये जो मैरी चिल्ड्रन जो जंपिंग करते अपने घर से बाहर आ रहे हैं उनकी तरह दिखती थी, और यंग स्प्रिंटिंग ट्रीज की तरह दिखाई देती थी. मीन्स उस समय वो फुल ऑफ लाइफ और एनर्जी थी. Dear students, there is a figure of speech used, that is here it is repetition. Thought away, thought away. Words have been repeated, so here it is repetition. Thereafter, young trees sprinting is an imagery. Merry children spilling is an imagery. Trees sprinting alone is a metaphor. And have you ever seen that trees can sprint? Can the trees run? No. But here they have given the characteristics of human being. So trees sprinting is a personification also. So there are three figures of speech, that is imagery, personification, metaphor. Okay. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards, now the poet as well as her mother have reached the airport, and on the airport it is mandatory to have the security check. A few yards away, I looked again at her when pale. So after reaching the airport, she left her mother behind and she went ahead for security check, that is frisking. When she looked back again at her mother, she noticed that her mother's face was wan and pale, means this was, her face was looking yellowish and colorless. That was looking grayish, means a face which indicates the lack of vitality or a symbol of aging, means she was approaching her death. This was indicated by her face. As a late winter's moon and felt that old familiar ache, means her mother's face was looking like a winter's moon. So as a late winter's moon, here a simile of figure of speech has been employed, and late winter's moon is symbol of death. It is a symbol of death. So because during winter season we can hardly see the moon clearly because of the prevalence or the thick layer of fog in the atmosphere. So the moon looks hazy and discolored, fainted. Her mother's face was also looking fainted, hazy, colorless, which was indication of her approaching death, means उनकी जो डेथ है वो नज़दीक आ रही है. And felt that old familiar ache. What is that familiar ache? Means ache is pain. So Kamala Das was caught in a nostalgic situation. Okay, nostalgic situation. Dear students, nostalgic means when we go back to our past memories and feel emotional or sentimental. That is nostalgic situation. So she became nostalgic about her youth because during her youth she used to be afraid of her mother's separation from her. Whenever her mother would leave her alone at home, she would be caught in a fear that her mother would not return. But during childhood, it never happened that her mother would leave her forever, means she would return sooner or later. This time she is anxious, she is worried that this time her mother will die and she will never return to her, means this pain is going to convert in melancholic pain. ओके, मीन्स बचपन में जब वो उनकी मदर उनको कभी छोड़ के जाती तो बड़ी ही डर जाती थी और बड़ी चिंतित होती थी. बट इस टाइम ये चिंता का विषय बहुत गहरा और गंभीर होने वाला है, मीन्स उनकी मदर उनको हमेशा के लिए छोड़ के चली जाएगी. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी मेलंकलिक वन. बट ऑल आई सेड वाज सी यू सून अम्मा. दो द पोएट वाज क्वाइट पेन्ड, शी वाज ग्रीव्ड of the aging of her mother. She thought that next time when she will return, she may not see her mother alive. Still, she wanted to keep her mother happy, and she did not want to inflict any pain uh, at her. So she uh, wore a false happiness or smile on her face, and she said, "See you soon, Amma. Amma, we are going to meet again very soon." These were her last words to her mother before leaving from the airport. All I did was smile and smile and smile. This repetition of smile indicates that the smile which she bore on her face was false. It was not real. But she had to wear that smile so as to keep her mother happy. She did not want to reveal her mother that she was also feeling a great pain or suffering a great pain seeing her mother's old age. अपनी मदर की जो बुढ़ापा है उसको देख के वो इतनी दुखी थी अंदर से, ये बात वो अपनी मदर को जाहिर या रिवील नहीं करना चाहती थी. दैट्स वाई उन्होंने लास्ट टाइम स्माइल किया, भले ही वो स्माइल नकली थी. ओके, सो आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द पोएम. दिस इज द रिपीटेशन एंड see you soon amma said see you soon. So dear students, there is alliteration also. Okay, here you can see the alliteration figure of speech. This is all about this poem, and I hope you can answer these questions based on the poem. If I say, why did the poet looked outside, you should be able to reply that seeing her mother's face or ashen face like that of a corpse, she was quite pained, or she was feeling a great sorrow. She wanted to distract her mind from that painful situation to a happy situation. That's why she looked out of the car window and she witnessed the trees sprinting and merry children spilling. Okay, what does the late winter's moon indicate? You must be able to answer it that late winter's moon is an indication of approaching death, right? As in the winter's night, moon is hardly visible because of the prevalence of thick layer of fog in the atmosphere. Its color and complexion is not visible to the human beings on the surface of the earth. Likewise, mother's face was also hazy and grayish, pale and wan. This was indicative of her approaching death. Thank you and have a nice day.